Now that's a radish, folks. This is the final harvest. We have a hard freeze coming in, and I'm going to show you the final harvest of the 2025 garden today. And as you can see, it has been a very successful season. We have really enjoyed this garden, and we said 27, 26 degree weather is coming in, forecast for the next day or two. So I've got to get out here and harvest what I can. Unfortunately, we're going to lose all of our beautiful summer and fall flowers. They have been so pretty still, but unfortunately the hard freeze is going to take these out for us. So this is my back mustard crop, and these are the ones I hope to have for Thanksgiving, and they are looking really nice. I've got to have them to live back here for 2 more weeks, so I hope the hard freeze doesn't do them too bad, but I'm going to leave them for now. And then of course here's the harvest size bok choy, and this is the back patch, and they are perfectly ready. You can see I've got the winter weeds already growing, and I'm going to devote almost a whole day to pulling and hoeing winter weeds here in the next week. Now here is some red romaine lettuce that is really looking nice. Once again, it's got too many weeds in it, but I'll take care of those. And I'm also going to put pine straw around them to mulch them some, to see if I can help them to last well into December. And then here are the clone tomatoes, and I really am sorry that I didn't get a nice crop of clone tomatoes from these. I started them probably about 2 weeks too late, and as you can see, these plants are just loaded with tomatoes, but the freeze will get them. So what I'm going to do is pick them, put them in a sunny spot inside. Some will ripen and become edible. They never will have the flavor they would have. And then of course there are fried green tomatoes that we will have, so they're not going to waste. But I really am delinquent in planting these. Should have planted them just a little too soon. Looks like we've had a little worm friend enjoying that one. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull these, and I'll go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. Now some of my original tomato plants have lived, and even though some stems have died like these, there was enough life in some of them. They've continued to make tomatoes right on into November. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pull these and add these to the collection. You can see I've got nice ones here, got 2 nice ones over there, and I got a few down there at the end. So these tomato plants, these were actually the better boys, and they have really done well. But I'll go ahead and show you, except for those last ones, exactly how many tomatoes that I got from this harvest. And there are just a whole bunch of tomatoes in here, and we'll eat many of these. We're gonna fry them. There's other dishes you can make with green tomatoes. You can even pickle them. I doubt I do that. And I'll leave some, if they start turning orange, to go ahead and window ripen. They don't have that summer flavor, but they're still tomatoes, and they're as good as the ones you're gonna buy at Kroger. So the next thing we're going to collect will be the pole lima beans, and there's still a good many ripe pole lima beans on these plants, but most of them have gone to seed, as you can see. Now that's not a waste. I've already picked enough seeds that I don't need any more pole lima seeds. So what I'm going to do, of course, is eat these, I will just go ahead and shell them like I normally shell. They almost self-shell. If you let them get like this, you can just kind of pop them like this, and they just pop right open and the seeds come out. So I will go ahead and pick all of these, and as you can see, there's just areas where they're just falling out, and there's so many. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through this one by one and pull all of these pole limas. And of course, then all you have to do is cook them a little longer than you normally cook them. And so that's the trick, is to just, instead of cooking them for about 15 to 20 minutes, you cook them 25 to 30, and they're very, very tasty still. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these, and I will show you what I got. Okay folks, so here's the final harvest of the lima beans, and it was a really nice harvest. There's several meals worth of lima beans in this container, and as you can see, most of them are actually mature, but once again, they're just dried seeds that you can soak, boil a few extra minutes, and they'll be delicious. And they're right here beside the tomatoes. And now the last thing I'm gonna pick before the big freeze is going to be the peppers, because the peppers definitely will not survive. And I'll show you what I'm going to pick here. There are just a ton of these peppers still on these plants, and so I need to get them off, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now I've got 4 kinds of peppers. I've got, these are the very, very sweet, long Asian peppers, and they've got a very, very nice taste, kind of like a bell pepper. And then we've got banana peppers, and these are sweet banana peppers, and boy are they delicious also. And even when they're starting to turn like this, they're very, very tasty. Some of the red ones may be a little overripe, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick what I can. And then down here I have the regular bell peppers, and as you can see, I've still got a nice crop of bell peppers that formed here in September and October. Now it's November, and of course we're getting a freeze, so it's time to get these off. And then of course the last thing I've got over here are the large Asian peppers, and of course these plants got completely huge. Look at the size of this plant. It's fell over because of the weight of the peppers. This thing's 7 or 8 feet tall. And anyway, I'm gonna pick these peppers. Some of them are a little overripe, but we're gonna pick them, and then I'll show them to you. And finally, here is the pepper haul for today. The last picking before the big freeze. And I mean, those are some beauties. Now they'll last for about a month in the refrigerator, so we'll be enjoying them in soups, and we'll also stir fry them with bok choy and some of the other things. So we've got a very, very nice last harvest today, and that's what we've got. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, because there's still plenty more coming. I'll be showing you how to prepare for the 2026 garden. So please like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next video.